Park in Carson. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Pick the flag. 55, Mike. Hey, 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 hey.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Room here to run. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Taylor. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Yeah, check the base. 59. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
On 3rd down, Taylor under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going back to you. Watch out.
Now Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Bring it. Bring it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. The first carry for Josh Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Switch.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
49 the mic. Watch 49. 65. 65.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Jones has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
First down, this is Adams. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Motion. Reset.
On third down, here's Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up fourth down. And Gay knocks this one through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea. The Charger drive about to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 27 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Where's the mic? I got it.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And this is caught by Evans. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He finds his target. It's Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Yeah, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Running on first down, Eckler. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's what I do.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's be a long day for you. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Check. 55 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Devin White with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Badgley's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On second down, it's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. On third down, it's Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now it's Taylor. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
I'm coming after you. The mic, 45 the mic. Check curls, check.
Taylor. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You got three down.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Open man, it's Allen. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
57 to mark.
Now it's Jackson. He completes it to Evans.
Jackson's pass completes to Mike Evans. It's a gain of 19, but it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
31's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 31's the mic.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there. For his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A loss of 9 on the sack. 3 and out.
Here's Bradley Pena now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check pass, check pass.
Here's Taylor to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They run it here with Gordon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Come on, let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Taylor. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go now. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Echo. 55 is my guy. 55.
Taylor from the gun on 3rd down. Able to get this to Gordon. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
And sometimes you have to serve as your own blitz control. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when guys come free and are going to hit you when you're trying to throw the ball. He stood in there and took it and still completed it for a 1st down.
Well, he has running back and vacated the area there, but able to complete it to him, still make a gain out of it.
I guess that's what we call a safety valve, and it worked pretty well.
Hey, come on, D.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. What's the plan? Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go. 45.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Going deep this time for Miller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Operating from the gun. Taylor throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Let's get it.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 29, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead. and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joey Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 49-yard line.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
From just shy of midfield, Taylor. This is caught by Williams. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Jackson. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
31's the mic. Go. Go. 31's the mic. Come to my work. We won.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, we got 3 down. Kill. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Completes it to Miller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions.
Check 50. That's it. Hey, Mike 52.
Throwing now is Jackson. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. it's Taylor, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
We got 4. We got 4. 31 possession.
He'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.